Hey friends, so it's that time of year again. March Madness is here. And I don't know about you, but every year I love filling out my bracket and trying to pick those upsets. There's something exciting about trying to predict which team will make it to the top, who's going to surprise everyone, and who will ultimately come out on top as the champion. Even now, my family and I fill out our brackets each year. It's become a tradition for us. We even have a Beat the Homes Family Challenge where we compete to see who can predict the most accurate bracket. It's a lot of fun. It brings us together every year for friendly Homes family banter. But here's the thing I've started to think about over the years. As much fun as it is to fill out a bracket, there's something even bigger that we can do with this time. This season, I want to challenge you to think about March Madness as an opportunity to share something that's even more valuable than any sports prediction. It's the gospel. You see, just like we all spend time looking over teams and making predictions about who will win, as followers of Jesus, we have something that we know is true, something that we've already seen victory in, and that's the gospel. And just as we take time to share our basketball picks with friends, family, and coworkers, why not use this time to share the good news of Jesus with those around us? I've realized that March Madness can be more than just about basketball. It can be a platform for deeper conversation, especially when we're gathered around the TV or filling out our brackets together. Let me tell you how I've used it in my own home, and then maybe you can do something like this too. When we fill out our brackets, it's not just a competition to see who wins. We use this time to talk. We share stories, we laugh about some of our crazy picks, and we connect. But over the years, I've realized that it's also a great time to start conversations about faith. Now look, I'm not saying we need to turn every March Madness moment into a Bible study, but what if we use the natural excitement around the tournament to point to something bigger? Currently, in the NCAA tournament right now, the excitement is really building because this weekend is the Final Four. And the best part, for some, we have all number one seeds left. We've got Duke versus Houston on one side of the bracket and Auburn versus Florida on the other. Now, these four teams, they've battled their way through the tournament, and now only two will go on to play for the national championship next Monday night. And of course, we all know what happens after the game. The one team will cut down the nets and they'll be national champions. But the journey doesn't end there. For those of us who watch it until the very end, we know that there's one final moment that really captures the essence of the tournament itself. It's called One Shining Moment. And that video highlights the best plays, the biggest moments, and the unforgettable victories. It's a reminder of the journey, the challenges, and the triumphs that led to the championship. But now imagine with me if that bracket was filled with Bible characters. What if instead of basketball teams, we had Bible heroes facing off in a Final Four bracket? I mean, who would make your Final Four? As hard for me as it is to leave out strong characters like Joshua, Daniel, Enoch, Noah, or Peter, if I had to choose only four, I'd probably go with Moses, Abraham, David, and Paul. Let's start with Moses, certainly one of the most prominent characters in the Bible. He led the Israelites out of Egypt, parting the Red Sea and receiving the Ten Commandments. Moses is a true picture of God's faithfulness and the way he works through ordinary people to accomplish extraordinary things. And then there's Abraham, known for incredible faith. God made a covenant with Abraham, promising that his descendants would be as numerous as the stars. He trusted God in unimaginable ways, even when asked to sacrifice his son Isaac, which is a huge testament to his unwavering faith. Now, next up in our tournament is David, the young shepherd boy who became Israel's king. We all know him for defeating Goliath, but his life was full of ups and downs, and his heart for God is what set him apart. He was known as a man after God's own heart despite his mistakes. And finally, Paul, the apostle who once persecuted Christians, but became one of the most passionate and influential followers of Jesus. Paul wrote much of the New Testament and traveled far and wide to spread the gospel, often facing extreme challenges along the way. So, just like March Madness, you could take those names and create your own Final Four bracket. You could use it as a fun family activity to tell significant stories about these Bible characters, maybe even debating which one would advance to the finals and why. It would be a great way to dig deeper into their lives and their impact on the faith. So imagine your family picking their favorite Bible character of 2025. It sounds like a lot of fun, right? But you're probably thinking what I'm thinking right now. Jesus is the real reason for all this fun. This whole activity, fun as it may be, points us to something much more significant. You see, it's the perfect setup to talk about the greatest Bible character of all, Jesus. He is the true champion. The entire Bible points to him and speaks about the hope that he brings to a lost world. So parents, what an incredible opportunity this could be. You could take something as fun and seemingly insignificant as March Madness basketball and use it to teach your kids about the hope that you have in King Jesus. After all, he's the ultimate one shining moment, the Savior who gives us hope both now and forever through his life, death, burial, and resurrection. That's the real victory we celebrate. In fact, April 20th at 8:30 or 10:30, come sit with me and my family as we celebrate the hope found only in Jesus. We'd be honored. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope this season is full of fun, family, and meaningful conversations. And let me know how you're using March Madness as a springboard to share the gospel with your kids. I'd love to hear your stories. So take care and enjoy the games. Oh, and for what it's worth, I picked Florida.